Welcome back to our series of solution and explanation to competitive coding. Today we are going to solve LeetCode question number 217, that is contains duplicate. So let's see what the question says. So the question says is given an array, given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. So basically the question is saying we have to find if there are like duplicates element present in the integer array nums or not, and if there exists a duplicate element, that is if any of the elements in the array repeats itself or is at least two times present in the array, we have to return true, that is, yeah, this uh, element or this array contains duplicate elements. But if all the elements are distinct, then we have to return false. So like in example 1, we have like a array nums with value 1, 2, 3, and 1. So here 1 is repeating, so 1 is 2 times. So we have to return true, that is, yeah, one element is duplicate. And in example number 2, there nums, it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, that is all the elements are distinct, so we have to return false. So we have like multiple solution for this one. Like suppose we have like these two examples for our explanation purpose. So in this example we have like several duplicate elements, and in this example we have like all the unique elements. So first way to solve this is we can put all the elements in our hash set, and if we find that our hash set already contains that elements, then we can return true. But if elements are not present in hash set, we can add the elements to hash set. So this solution is basically O of, I can say, yeah, O of n time and O of n space solution. O of n time and space solution, I can say that. But so for this question, suppose because the property of the set is the hash set follow the similar property as the sets in maths, because sets can't have duplicate elements. Sets have all the elements unique. That is, one element can only present one time. So similar is the property of hash set. It can't contains the element twice. So first, suppose for this array, for this example, we put our first element. So 1 is our first element, so we put 1 in our hash set, and then for the next time we put like 5 in our hash set, and for the third time we put 7 in our hash set, and for the like as we met the fourth element 3, it is still not in our hash set, we put 3. But again when we meet the fifth element, that is 5, we see that yeah, this element is already present in our hash set, so we have to return true, that this element is already present in our hash set. And hash set can't contain like one element two times, so it would like goes to same value, because our hash function will put the same number or same key to the same place. So when we put our 5 again in our hash set, so our hash function will automatically put it here, and we find that yeah, it already exists in our hash set, so we have to return true. Okay, like for this example, suppose we put 9 first time, and we found that no, 9 is not present in the hash set, and then we put 8 in our hash set, then we put 7 in our hash set, and we found none of these appeared. We put 6 in our hash set, then we put 4 in our hash set, and then lastly we put 2 in our hash set. So we have to return false, because we never met the condition where we have like uh, contains we have put the element which is already present in our hash set, so we have to return false in this example. But for a better solution, we can't say it a better solution, but to reduce our space complexity, or if we don't have any extra space for doing this, like we are creating a hash set, so we can do this by sorting our arrays. So suppose, yeah, so we can do it by sorting our array. So our array could be sorted like, if this is our array and we have to sort it, so let me sort the array. So we can use a sort function to sort our array, and suppose, yeah, if this is our array, or that is, or anyone is of our array is present, we can do is that we now remove these elements and let me sort that. So we can perform operations after sorting the array. So if suppose our array is sorted, that we can check for like consecutive elements. If the two consecutive elements are same, then we can say that there exists a duplicate element. And if there didn't exist like two consecutive same elements, then we can return false. Okay, so suppose this is our array and we have elements. For this example, we have elements like 1, then again we have 1, then we can put our 3 here, and the next element is our 5, and again next element is our 5. Let me stretch this. Okay, again our next element is 5, and our last element is 7. So when we sort our array by checking like first or second element, like if we check our two consecutive elements or two neighboring elements, we found that yeah, if these two are equal, then we can return true, that yeah, this array contains a duplicate element. For each time, suppose if there doesn't exist a 1 2 times, and if there is only 5 twice, so we keep on checking each and every element with its neighbor, so then we can find yeah, if these elements are duplicate or not. And if we have like all the elements unique, like in this case, we would have to return false, that because we don't find any of the elements that has been created after sorting. So suppose elements are like 2 4 6 and 7, and let me stretch this one too. Okay, so if 7 and 8 and 9. So yeah, when we start checking for our elements to be duplicate or not, we can see that yeah, whenever we are checking for like neighboring elements or consecutive elements, we found that no two are same, and then we have to return false for this example. So let me code both of these solutions and check if they works or not. So yeah, first we are going with hash set solution. So we can do is that create a hash set set. Okay, let me say it has something edges and equals new hash set, and we can do is simply this. Okay, so we have created our hash set. Now we'll go on inserting over this array nums and put our elements and check if it is present or not to return true or false. That for I equals 0 and I is less than nums dot length, and then we can do is I plus plus. Okay, so each time first we have to check if it is present in our, so if we have to check if hs dot contains, if hs dot contains like nums of I, then we can return true, return, because yeah, if hash sets have already nums of I, like that is it has already that value, then we can return true, that is yeah, this array contains duplicate element. But if it doesn't contain, we can do is that hs dot add nums of I. Okay, and suppose we pass the whole array and we didn't find this, that is our for loop is end, then we can return false, return false. Okay, so that means no element is duplicate. So this if condition never get evaluated, and all the elements are added to our HS hash set, and we have to return false, that there are no like duplicate elements. Let me check if it works or not. So let me submit our code to see if it is the solution for this one. So yeah, it did work, and it is pretty much faster, but it used a lot of memory because we have created a hash set. So it is 39%. So it shows that 52.5 MB is used. Now let me go for the next solution, that is our sorting solution. So sorting in this like inbuilt sort function is O of n log n something, merge sort or quick sort like. So we can do is arrays dot sort, that is inbuilt function in Java, and we can pass our nums in this. Okay, now our array is sorted. Now again we can do is loop over the sorted array to check if two consecutive elements are same or not. For int I equals 0 and I is less than nums dot length -1 for because we can't check for the last element because we'll go out of bounds, out of index, so we have to do it like nums of length -1. And now each time we have to check if nums of I equals nums of I plus 1. If this is true, then we can return that return true, because yeah, if two are same, like we are checking if nums of 0 or nums of 1 are same, and for each element we have, if any two consecutive of same in sorted array, we have to return true because that means it contains a duplicate element. But if this condition doesn't execute, that means there are no duplicate elements, so we have to return false. Return false. So let me check if this one works or not. Yeah, it did work too. Let me submit for its to check its optimality. It works fine too, though it consumes little bit lesser memory, but I don't know why it's showing the same. And it is pretty slower because for hash set we have to iterate it over only one time, but for this we have used O of n log n for sorting. Let me submit it again to check if it is stable or not. Okay, this time it used less memory, maybe for different test cases. So hopefully you enjoy learning, and if you have better solution, you can comment down below in the comment section. And again, thanks for watching.